nice enough to leave us a message. Hidden path ahead. You can see there's a rock we can drop down onto. We'll go ahead and S this up. We don't necessarily need it, but we're going to come to a bonfire here in just a moment anyway. So this is a good example of trying to fight something next to a ledge and almost falling off, because it's the animal itself is kind of intended to grief you. Running around in circles like that is kind of trying to get you to accidentally walk off the ledge. But I knew better. I was careful with it. Better just to not lock onto it would be the best method. Alright, well, believe it or not, we're already done with the road of sacrifices. That wasn't a very big deal. We've got a bonfire here. You're going to want to talk to these two. This is Henri and Horace.
Oh, hello. This is Ali. We are working on the
She will be a female if your character is male, and male if your character is female. And this is how you join the new Sentinels. So just go ahead and make sure you exhaust their dialogue. This guy just grunts at you, but he allows you to join them. Alright, that should be it. I'm just going to go on. Okay, the guys in this area hit real hard, but they're pretty slow. So you make use of your shield. This guy. That big old log he's shooting at me. Down there where there's a bunch of them, or we can go over here. We're gonna find a little easier go of it. Got a bonfire, we can go over here and touch up. Managed to avoid most of those dudes. That drop is something worthless. Go ahead and hit this. Now normally when you come into this area, if you're embered, you're going to suffer a lot of invasions. This is part of the area for the Wolves of Farron, and basically it's kind of like a region PvP area where anybody who's invading in the area, or anybody who comes into the area, is subject to invasions by the people who have that covenant ring on. And it is related to some achievements, so a lot of people kind of feel like they have to do the invasions. You can farm out the items instead of invading people, but I guess, you know, what's the fun in that if you happen to like PvP? There is an Estus flash shard. That's really the only reason we came over here, because I do not like these things. This thing sitting on the ground over here is quite dangerous. You want to be very careful, and there's actually two of them. We were able to take him out. And I'm not even going to mess with the other one. Okay, so we've got that bonfire lit. There's a couple kind of secretive areas in here. I guess I'm not certain what we should do next. I guess there is an NPC invader in here. If you're looking for the achievement, you're going to have to ember at some point in order to aggro that NPC invader. I don't want to get any of these big crabs on me is the problem. So let's go into the area with the small crabs and hopefully the big crabs will ignore me. They do have quite a long aggro area. In here is another one of those, well, I don't think there's a good drop in here, but there is a drop. I know I'm making that look easy by being very aggressive against it, but trust me, if those things get on you, they can be, they're wicked fast and they hit wicked hard. It's actually a little disappointing that I'm making it look so easy at this point, because it's really not that easy. I want to get over there. The boss is in here, but there's other stuff to do over here, and I want to do that. And we're probably going to get chased by one of these crabs. There he is. Quite a nice armor piece. Armor set. I want to aggro one of these guys, but there's actually two of them, and I just want one of them on me. Okay, if we got the other guy not paying attention here. Yes. Everybody hates this weapon. I know I keep repeating myself. But as you can see, it kind of makes what would otherwise be a tough enemy into kind of a joke. Ooh. I almost got in there. Oh, I thought that swing was one spin less than that. We really want this guy to take his attacks. Oh. Oh! I'm not getting my attack on him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to spam him. No! Okay, this guy's more like a real PvPer than most of your NPCs. He's not so easily tricked. I think I'm gonna R1 spam this guy. There we go. We got an item there. You can actually cheese that guy by going up to this ladder and standing on the ladder, and he'll actually kind of like jump right over your head and fall to his death. But I guess I wanted to fight him for the purposes of the video, even though it is a scrub video, and I'm trying to show you how to do stuff the easy way. I guess maybe that seems a little too easy. So we're going to go down here, and we're actually going to jump into this area just for a moment, because I know there's an Estus shard very close to the entrance. But what I would really like to do here is go back to the Firelink Shrine and level up. This entire area is poison, just to warn you. And these slugs are kind of slow and stuff, but they hit a little harder than you'd expect. I thought there was a shard over here. Maybe not. I mean, that's just shard, a Titanite shard. That's it right there, I think. Yep, there we go. That's all the farther I'm going to go in here. This is kind of the next area that we are going to end up going to, but is not necessary at the moment. It is quite a large area, and there's a lot of optional stuff that I'm probably going to ignore for the purposes of our scrub run. Okay, so I went back to the Firelink Shrine and I leveled up and upgraded my Estus. You can see I now have 8. Why am I missing my ladder? Here it is. Fortunately, that means now some stuff has respawned in this area that we already killed, but that's okay. The area isn't really very difficult. The giant crabs and the crucifixion zombies, whatever their actual name is, are about the most dangerous thing you'll come across. But one thing I want to do here is kind of throw caution to the wind. We're going to run out here and try to get a couple items out of the swamp because they're worth it. Come on. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted. What the heck? There, it was right over there. Yes. What I really wanted to do here is come down this way. There's that one dude hanging out over there, and there's a crucifixion guy over there. So let's go take this guy out first. Got a dog. Got a pet pooch. He's guarding a shard. I don't want anything to do with all 3 of those guys. Okay, here we got another one of those crucifixion. Oh, hey, you followed me all the way across the swamp. You are persistent. Got it? Alright. Well, you can see one of those crucifixion dudes, so let's sneak up on him and just wail away on him as fast as we can. See if we can take him out fast. Yes. Okay, we got another one. He's hiding behind this tree over here. And we don't want to wake him up either. Moving nice and slow. %90 of the battle is having a good strategy, and of course if you know where you're going, that helps a lot. This actually goes to a later part in the game, or a different level altogether. This is our first Black Knight, and these guys hit wicked hard, so be real careful. The best way to deal with them is to try to backstab them. Alright, sounds good. Just made a backstab, but I was at a good angle to take him out. Don't underestimate those guys. They come with several different weapon options, and they are all dangerous. All these notes trying to get me to hit walls, thinking there's a secret passage when there is not. And that is that. I think we're just going to go ahead and homeward bone from here and go towards the boss. Okay, so we're back again here at the Crucifixion Woods bonfire, and we're going to be facing some characters that are a little bit more magic user oriented, including a boss that's more magic oriented. So we're going to look at our stuff and decide what we like as far as magic or resistance goes. And I would say that this cleric outfit looks maybe not the most stylish, but it has excellent magic resistance, which is what we're looking for. Yeah, kind of look like a goofball. I can't tell if that's like a mosquito net or what's going on. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and come in here. There are quite a few things in the, take out this guy. Watch out for these mages. Tougher than they look. Mostly my problem there was that I expended all my stamina. After I get my vitality and vigor to 25, I'm going to start putting some points into stamina so that I can swing a little bit longer and maybe take a little bit bigger hits with my shield. But I'm okay where I'm at right now. I don't know why I'm fighting all this stuff. Kind of a waste. At any rate, we're coming up on a person. I probably should have mentioned to you that I did take 1 point in intelligence when I was taking my 5 free levels from Joel. And the reason I did is right here. When you come through this door, it's a little secret passage. It comes up to a guy that you can talk to.
This is my
He
view.
is the person who will teach you sorceries, and he will go back to the Firelight Shrine. However, he will not do so unless you have 10 intelligence. So you want to make sure you give yourself 10 intelligence, and then he'll go back so that you can learn sorceries from him. And whether you want to learn the sorceries or you just want the achievements of all spells, you might want to do that. See, I can see there's a sorcerer over on the ground there. I wouldn't mind dropping right on his head. Looks like I've got something I can pick up off the ground here. Jesus. Holy cow. Okay. Am I good? Alright. I think I want to change my shield too. What's my magic? My magic defense on this shield, as you can see, is 51. And I can get 70 with this. And this boss... 43 with that, 59. See, this has a lot worse physical, but this boss isn't really going to attack us much physical, hopefully. Now that I say that and I put on a weak physical shield, that's probably all it's going to do. Okay, so we've got full health here, and I think we're ready to go. I'll just go ahead and quick save this. And let's go ahead and do this. This boss is almost exclusively magic. If you get close enough, it'll use some melee attacks. It's called the Crystal Sage. And when it gets below half health, I believe, it's going to spawn clones of itself. And you can recognize which one is the actual Crystal Sage by it will have purple attacks as opposed to blue attacks. You'll see what I mean here when we come in. It's going to spawn right in front of us. What we want is a big, funky, purple thing. That's what we wanted. Oh. There she is. Oh, pulled out its sword. Okay, so now we're probably better off getting in a position of safety here, somewhat. There it is. Oh, it's not even to... Oh, you cheap bastard. fake one. This is a fake one also. I see the purple one over there. There we go. Oh, how did I survive that? Oh my lord. I think I got an extra life in there somewhere. Honestly, I should have been dead there. Which is unusual to die to this boss. Which one's purple? Must be this one way over here. Oh! Holy Christ! There we go. Alright, so that was the Crystal Sage. That was probably a little bit more difficult than it needed to be, but I mean, you know, my strategy was decent. It just, I didn't get too lucky on. Well, actually, I got so lucky it was unbelievable at one point. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take our bonfire. I'm going to run back to the Firelink Shrine and take another level, and we'll move on from here until we get to the Cleansing Chapel. Okay, so here we are, we're back. I just went to the Firelink Shrine, I took a level, I bought some more Homework Bones, I gave the Farron Coal to the, I believe I did, I gave the Farron Coal to the blacksmith. You will find coals throughout the world. What those do is allow him to make different types of infusions. If you're interested in achievements, one of the achievements is to make a weapon of each infusion, which you could just buy 10 daggers or whatever and infuse them with the different ones, but it's going to require you to find all of the coals throughout the game. So anyways, to leave here, we're kind of at a spider web at this point. There are different directions we could go. This is going to take us towards the Cathedral of the Deep. You can see there's a crystal bug down there. Go ahead and take him out. There's another one around the corner here. It's like that. We got one of those nasty ladies. Oh, shit! I had no idea he was behind me. Wow. Oh, okay. Well, I think we got what we needed out of there anyway, but no matter how many times you play the game, there's always a possibility you're going to get surprised by something. At any rate, you can see now we have 9 Estus Flasks plus 1. We could actually make that plus 2 pretty easily by going back down to that poison swamp area. There's another one down there. But we're fairly close to what's called the Cleansing Chapel, and I want to go ahead and get to that. Hopefully this chick won't parry us. She will do that. She likes to throw knives too. That's her parry stance, so you don't want to attack her. She has kind of a similar tactic to me. There, she likes to do that long stab. Oh, she's going to try to hit our weapon. Oh, that was kind of fancy. Come on. Let's do that. Alright, Paladin Ashes. That will allow us to buy more items from the Handmaiden. There's a shield hidden up this hill here somewhere. If I can find the path. This looks like it. This is the first one we find of what I call my 100% shields. Now there are a lot of 100% block shields, but these ones do 100% physical, and then they all seem to have a specialty as far as, oh, I'm going to try to jump off here and look all cool. Ah, that didn't work. Yeah. This guy, I think we're going to kind of cheese him like this. I know, it's boring, but hey, you know what? This is Scrubsouls. That's you can make as much as you want of some of these characters, and it can be as difficult as you want them to be, or you can just kind of take advantage of the tips and tricks that you know to make them seem easy, which is what I'm doing. This guy right here is a suicider. He'll blow up if you let him. So take him out quick. They do a pretty devastating area effect. You want to take him down as quick as possible. And look at that. Oh, there's another Estus shard. And we're just loading up. This is where Sigurd is, but he's not there yet. He's going to be trapped in there, and that's why we had to buy the tower key, because we're going to need to buy his armor from a guy we haven't met yet, and patches, and then throw the armor down that well to free Sigurd so that he'll appear in later areas. And that is one quest line that is definitely worth following. Okay, you know, I know it's a little convoluted, but that's, I guess, kind of the Crystal Sage area. We're probably going to go do Farron, the Farron Swamp before coming through here, the Cathedral of the Deep, because I wouldn't mind having the Dragon Crest shield, which we'll find in that area. It's a shield that's very, very good against fire. One of my 100% shields. I think it's 100% physical and 89 against fire. So we'll go ahead and end it there. Thanks for watching. Leave a like.